Good morning, 5:43. Arizona robots. We're now getting in on March Madness. This has got to be cheating. Come on. They're filling out their own, and they're going to come after me now. Their own NCAA tournament brackets. One Tempe business had some help filling out its brackets by using the robots they built.
I know. This is kind of like, is it just an edge or is it cheating? Come on, because we all have to just guess. 12 News journalist Troy Lynch, he's here in studio with us. More on this debate that we've got going on here, because then the big question is, well, how are their brackets looking?
You know, they're looking pretty good. And there are no perfect brackets right now, or at least I don't believe so. There's never been one, but I think it begs a bigger question is, if these robots are able to have a perfect bracket, then we need to have another conversation about what's going on. However, so this business called Handwrytten in Tempe, when you walk into their office, there's this big sign that says, "All hail the robots." So if you don't know anything about college basketball, you can just let these robots fill out your bracket for you. So I want to show you how this technology works. Look how cool this is. The robots use different AI sources like ChatGPT or Grok to help them make their picks. So lots of different winners that they've had, and this is the first year the business Handwrytten has done this in their 11 years of doing what they do. And what they normally do is program their robots to write letters or cards that look like they're written by people for their clients, and they have about 130 robots on their floor. You can see them right here, all built in Tempe, and they write about 12,000 notes a day, and they had some fun filling out some March Madness brackets, and I saw them write out some brackets. They had Florida winning, some had Duke, and after the first two rounds, from what I've seen, they're not doing too bad. So this is so cool. How exactly is it working?
So we piped in data from an online AI. We asked it, who do you think is going to win the Final Four? And it came up with the data, and then we piped that into our robot. So this robot was built here in this facility. We gave it the size of the page, and we said, okay, just write out the bracket to this size. So that's what's really happening here. I believe it's going to say that Florida is the winner of this one.
We have Florida winning right there. Of course, AI is getting their information from human sources. So, I mean, is it going to be a perfect bracket? Probably not. But CEO David Waxy tells me that they are the oldest provider for this kind of service in the country when it comes to robots filling out handwritten letters. And they want to keep the personal touch of handwritten notes, even if they're written by the robots. If you don't know, then does it even hurt? But we're live here in the studio. Troy Lynch, 12 News Today in AC.
He sees our quizzical looks. If it's handwritten by a robot, is it really handwritten?
By a robot.
By
a hand robot. Robot hand.
We still have so many questions this morning, Ginger. But here's the thing. I know the robots are going for